Hello and welcome back to the beautiful gamepad here on the Lithium Project channel. This is International Superstar Soccer Advance for the Game Boy Advance. This is our second in, I guess, a two-part series of the ISS Game Boy Advance games. International Superstar Soccer, as we did in the last video, I would say I was disappointed with. There are elements of it that I'm very impressed with in terms of its presentation, and like the overall like speed of the gameplay, but the camera angle was very disappointing. How close you were to how like zoomed in the gameplay was and how large the character sprites were just made it not particularly ideal as an actual game to play. So let's see if they improve with this one. Excuse me. So a lot of that, the menu setup looks pretty similar. Oh, thank God for that. We got a side view. Oh, we might be onto something here. Because if they took like the core components of the last one and how that worked gameplay wise and just put it into a better perspective, like this might actually be, we might be onto a winner here.
We're underway.
Yeah, wow, this is like totally different. Oh my God. Alright.
Plays it to the left. He cut off the pass.
I'm really impressed with like how these character sprites have been like across a bunch of these handheld games. Not even just like the Konami ones, like FIFA 07 again, like the way the character sprites looked in that were really good. The ball physics feel fairly realistic, like there's a lot of bounce. The crowd noise is super impressive. Man, this game's lightning quick.
Will he cross it? To the left. It's a long shot.
Oh my God, what a goal. It might be a little bit too quick. I like how the numbers explode onto the screen. Shame about no replays, because that was a pretty good goal.
The score is 1-0. Plays it to the left.
There's no power meter. I feel like there must be an actual like
Dangerous.
a hidden mechanic for like holding down to like do more powerful passes or shots.
Will he go in? Fine save.
But there's definitely no actual meter on the screen.
Play on, says the referee. The ball is out of play. Greece to throw it.
But thanks.
To the left.
Yeah, like the movement is so snappy.
Danger here. Off the post.
I don't know how to cross though. Because the Game Boy Advance has more than two face buttons, but like one of these face buttons does nothing at all. I can't tell like if there's a specific way to do them.
He hits it. Yes, it's
Because the fucking... I was thinking that like the shot button would also act as a cross button if you're doing it from the side, but instead I've just like Tonali'd it from the fucking side of the penalty area. Which I'm fine with.
The score is 2-0. Plays it to the left. Will he go in? This will be a goal kick.
Alright, well.
He does well to control it.
I feel like everything works really well other than the actual shooting, which feels weird to say because I've just scored 2 goals and there were 2 blinders. But the actual like physics of the shooting feel really weird, where like every shot has like a super arch to it and doesn't actually feel like it's based in reality, basically. I'm gonna try and do maybe like
Getting it forward.
like just tap to shoot and see kind of how that acts in comparison.
To the right.
I'll get body checked.
That's a ball forward. Getting it forward. The ball is out of play. Greece to throw in. That's offside. Free kick. He does well to control it. There's the whistle.
Oh, that was nasty. That was nasty. Scroll R button and control pad. Oh, right, okay.
Played it to the right. They're moving the ball well. We've had 30 minutes. Greece are trailing by 2 goals. That's a ball forward to the left. It's yellow.
Why would I do a sliding tackle from behind?
With his head.
But there's some really subtle stuff with the actual character sprites. Like there's
Getting it forward.
there was a little bit there where there was an idle animation, and there was still like a little bit of movement to like give the sprite some life.
Will he go in? Oh, it's gone in! He's done it!
I can just ping it in from anywhere. That's like a really subtle thing to add, like just that little bit of a idle animation movement. Again, presentation-wise, I mean, this is the original ISS Advance has elements of it that are great in terms of the presentation. This like walks all over it. For a start, the character sprites are just a little bit more in kind of proportion with like the pitch. And obviously, like, there's more of the pitch you can see because they've done the side angle this time, which is great.
He can't hold it. Yes. Oh, what a goal! What a goal! And they're back in the game again. That's a world-class player showing his caliber.
And the commentary's really solid, like shockingly so, and actually the quality of it as well.
The score is 3-1.
I just don't understand why they've stuck to like only using 2 of the face buttons and why the third one has no use.
That's a ball
Like, you
forward.
could do anything with it.
Danger here, off the crossbar. And again, off the crossbar. Oh, nice save by the keeper.
But it doesn't really feel to be much in the way of tactics in regards to like shooting. It's just like get anywhere within about 18 to 20 yards. And maybe it's just because I'm Brazil, but it's pretty easy just to fucking ping it in every time, which is very amusing.
To the right. Danger here. Great defense. Getting it forward. Now we're into injury time. Played it to the right. That pass didn't make it. It's a long shot off the crossbar.
Just,
Surely this time.
honestly, I'm gonna get one of these in.
Not over yet. Oh, that looks dangerous. Plays it to the left. There's the whistle. To the left. It's a long shot.
Alright.
The goal.
That particular player, every time I get the ball to him, he seems to have about twice the amount of speed as anyone else on the pitch. Yeah, I think it goes to Varudos. Varudos. Go again. Is there any more I can ping in? Ping in of a top
On
bin.
we go in the second half. It's a long shot. Oh, it's gone.
There we go.
Fantastic mid-range shot. And they're back in the game again. That was bang on target.
Oh, someone else that time. Okay. Radorno. I only imagine who you're based off of.
The score is 4-1. Will he go in? Punched away. Denied by the keeper. To the right. Plays it to the left.
And off we go.
It's a long shot. It's in. Oh, what a
Yeah, this game feels a bit broken, honestly. Again, probably playing as Brazil is partially why. But shooting feels a bit busted. And it's amusing in terms of just being able to ping shots in from fucking a good 25 yards out or so.
play on, says the referee. That's a ball forward.
But I've never had this much ease getting shots off like that.
To the left.
If I weren't playing against Greece, like if I was playing against a tougher team, maybe like half those shots wouldn't go in. But even still,
There it is. That's overhit.
it's weird. It's like it's completely overcompensated, or it's done a complete role reversal, where in the first ISS advance, getting a shot on was like almost impossible because like the size of the sprites and everything else. And here, it feels just like they massively overcorrected themselves,
Goal kick.
which makes for a more enjoyable game. In fairness, like I would rather play this than the first one, but it's just, you know, once you've scored 5 or 6 of those types of shots, you're like, all right, yeah, this game's probably a bit busted in that regards.
Huge lead now. He's tapped it nicely. That's a ball forward. There's the cross. That's overhit.
That wasn't a cross.
It's a goal kick.
Yeah, but like crossing just doesn't have, doesn't feel like there has any way of really working in this game. What was that, Mark?
No foul.
How's that not foul?
We've had 15 minutes. It's a long shot.
That's all I'm gonna do now is just ping shots from 25 yards out. Like, it feels like it's a good kind of 70-30 in terms of the success rate of it.
Free kick. Getting it forward. There's the whistle.
Is that a penalty?
Free kick.
Oh, okay. You'd think you'd make a wall.
Yes! Oh, what a goal! What a goal!
Man,
And they're back in the game again. That's a world-class player showing his caliber.
I wish we had replays. You really don't register how much you appreciate a replay until it's not there.
Played it to the right. Oh, that's a foul.
Come on. Why have I got no... Oh, there is kind of a wall.
Danger here.
Alright, off we go.
It's a long shot. That's
Ah!
This will be a
But a
goal.
little bit too much stank on that one.
To the right. Plays it to the left. The ball is out of play. Greece to throw in. Greece must make up 3 goals now. Chance for a cross here. Cross is.
Whoa!
And it's by the keeper. To the left.
Got a little bit of input buffer.
It's a long shot. Denied by the keeper. Plays it to the left.
We're just testing the limits, you know. How much can I get away with?
And moving the ball well. Oh, that looks dangerous. Free kick. We've had 30 minutes. Greece must make up 3 goals now. Plays it to the right. That's a ball forward. Will he cross it? There it is.
Whoa, my word.
He clears it. There's the whistle.
I mean, yeah, I went through him, but clearly the ball changed direction. I must have got the ball at some point there.
Getting it forward.
It's interesting with like the short tackle.
Will he go in?
With the short tackle, you don't really like take the ball off the opponent. You just kind of shove into them. But there's very little in the way of a penalty for them in terms of like you taking the ball. Like they bounce away, but then they get the ball immediately. It doesn't really do much.
It's a long shot, and that's caught by the keeper.
What game of football, by the way? Jesus.
That's a ball forward. He cut off the pass.
Also, there's no consistency in terms of like
All the way back to the keeper.
how to submit a foul. What is my keeper doing? What the fuck? Clear it.
Greece to throw in. Greece are trailing by 2 goals. Crosses. That was wasted.
And obviously you are able to do a cross,
Brazil
but
to throw in.
again, when I tried to do it last time, it just shot straight at the goal. So I don't know if there's like an additional button that needs to be pressed, or I'm pressing just a wrong button. Like, there is actually a cross button, but I don't feel like there is, because I pressed all the buttons. None of them did a cross.
Chance for a cross here. No foul, says the ref.
Okay, start this end of the pitch.
Played it to the right. Now we're into injury time. Will he cross it?
Up you go.
The referee is looking at his watch. He hits it. That was a close
God
one.
damn it.
It's a goal kick. Getting it forward.
Like, this feels more arcadey than the last one, I think,
Free kick.
in the grand scheme of things.
Denied by the keeper. And that's the end. Brazil have won it.
Wait, there was an offside? I don't remember the offside at all. Only one yellow card. It's a clean game. Look at this. Madness. Absolute madness. What is Superstar mode? These menus are really nice. Like, they're clean as fuck. What is SS1? Wait, what?
Hello and welcome everyone.
Wait, do you actually just make your own team? Is that what it is?
Between superstars and England.
Whatever, not gonna worry about that. International Superstar Soccer Advance for the Game Boy Advance. You are quite fun. You are quite fun. You're more fun than ISS. You've had a couple of years with the Game Boy Advance. Konami and the Game Boy Advance, actually, like those Castlevania games, Aria of Sorrow in particular, is a real like firm favorite of mine. So, you know, like, not too much. Was there a Silent Hill game? I know Stop Fighting Skeletons did. I think they did it. He did a Konami series, and I feel like there was a Silent Hill game on the Game Boy Advance based off of the first one, but played more like a visual novel. What company? Bizarre Company. Alright, where are we putting you? You're definitely above your predecessor. I guess, first of all, are you better than FIFA 07? I would say you are not. I think your shooting is a little bit busted. I still feel like FIFA 07 has the best gameplay. Like, this I think is a bit quicker, but the shooting just is kind of insane. I'd put you above all of this glop down here. Real Football 2008 for the DS. I think it's going to be somewhere around this little slot here. I think I preferred Real Football 2008, I want to say. I think it was more just that was like, because that was the Gameloft one, and I think I was just shocked that like a Gameloft game for the DS for a football game actually was fairly solid. No, I think this is at least a little bit better than that, so we'll shove you just above. There we go. So that is the bulk, I think, of ISS done. Now, obviously, that doesn't include the PES series, for which we've only done. Actually, I've still got Pro Evolution 2, so there's one more PlayStation game to do. And then there's ISS Deluxe for the SNES. And then I guess there's all the Japanese counterparts, but I feel like they're probably all the same, so I don't know if it's worth diving into those. So I'll have to go and do a little bit of research. So I know there's at least 2 more Konami games that are not specific to PES, and then I think we've kind of done the backlog of those, unless there's like a fucking Wonder Swan ISS or something. Because we definitely would have been in PES by the time we got to the PSP, so that's definitely not ISS. So yeah, we've got the bulk of that done now. That's kind of crazy. And I think if anything else, it's going to be nice to actually just go and play some like other football games for a bit now, because we've all been kind of going on a singular path now, and I think it was the right thing to do again, because I think it was good to play all these games in succession so I could see like the evolution. Excuse me, hiccups. The evolution of the series, and I think it'd be easier to make a fairer comparison at that point. Might make it trickier when I get to other games and then have to kind of remember like, okay, which ISS was this, but you know, whatever. One way or the other, it would get tricky at some point, so I'm not going to stress too much about that. But anyway, that is that for now. Thank you very much for the beautiful gamepad. Thank you very much for watching this episode. Thank you for your likes, your subscribes. Please make sure to continue doing that. And yeah, we'll see you again for another installment of the beautiful gamepad. Thank you. Cheers. Bye.